In the past few decades, we have become a very child-centric society, and that translates into the way that we parent our children. There is a deep philosophical root for this that comes from the thought that children are born inherently good and perfect, and that society corrupts them. But this approach made us constantly ask how our children are feeling, what they like, what they don't like, what they approve of, what they don't approve of, what is their preferences. And the thing is that not only that this approach puts so much pressure on our children, who basically what they need to do as children is just play and be in their life without making big life decisions or think too much of who they are and how they feel in every single moment. It goes even deeper than that, because the more that we put focus on our children's wants and needs and feelings, the more we make them think about themselves. When I think too much about myself and I'm starting to be obsessed of how I feel, what I like, what I don't like, what I prefer, and I put too much emphasis on these thoughts, negative thoughts and negative feelings tend to creep into our minds. So for example, while I'm filming this video right now for you, if I'm thinking, what will people think about me? How do I look? Do people like what I'm saying? Do people approve of what I'm saying? If I'm constantly thinking those thoughts, it's gonna make me just shut down the video right now and stop recording. But on the other hand, if I'm shifting my focus to something else and I'm starting to think about how am I here to serve people? What can I teach people to help them in their life? What is important for me? How can I be in service to other people? Once I start focusing on these types of thought, I will feel much better and I will stop focusing on myself and do the thing that I'm here to do, which is serve people and teach people what I think is important for them to know. Exactly the same goes for our children. If we constantly ask them, how do they feel? What do they like? What do they need? Then they start to focus too much on themselves, and that makes them very self-conscious. Once you're thinking too much about yourself, as I said, those negative thoughts start to creep in. And after those negative thoughts, follow the negative feelings. And before you know it, you're in a mental health spiral.